Australia is an island and thus surrounded by water, and I have a point with this. It means that immigrants must either arrive by plane or by boat, and even though only a very small percentage of people actually arrive by boat, this small group has been causing a lot of political argument about what to actually do with them once they arrive. See, most of these people are fleeing countries where there's a fear of death, and obviously then don't have any real papers to certify who they are or where they've come from. Now, the solution at the moment is to lock them up until they can be processed, i.e. either given visas or sent home. There are numerous reasons given for this, from the sensible that the journey across is very treacherous, and locking people up is a way to make people less likely to want to take the journey across, and then fewer people will die, which I guess is probably a good point. To the slightly less sensible, we need to make sure they really did flee their country, we need to make sure they aren't lying, to make sure that they didn't just take a treacherous journey across stormy seas because they thought Australia would be kind of a cool place to visit. To the just plain scaremongering. They're all terrorists, they're going to take all our jobs, they're going to overrun our country. I need to reiterate, very few people actually arrive by boat. Our biggest problem with illegal immigrants at the moment is actually probably with Americans and British people overstaying their visas. On the other side of the argument are the people arguing that freedom is a basic human right, and until these people have been found guilty of something, we can't really lock them up. We don't have the right to. The problem with not locking them up, though, is a lot of these people arrive with no identity, no idea of where they've come from, and if you just put them out into society, a lot of them would disappear. They'd fall through the cracks and you'd never hear from them again. So there's a lot of issues which I don't really have the time to cover, but if you are interested, I'd say this would be a good thing to look up, because it really does debate the ability of the individual's human rights compared to society's fear, but also the logistics of the situation. What do you do with these people? Where do you put them?